right. Okay, I'm here. What it took to get here. Doesn't matter anymore because now is where we are. Okay, folks. Hi, Elaine Marilakos Edelson with Astrology Mojo. I want to help you get your mojo back. So where are we in the schema of things? Well, folks, come say hello to me. I'm going to take a screenshot of the astrology program that I have to show you exactly what's what in the ethers. And now I have to go find it on my desktop and put it into my program. So come say hello. We're going to be talking about how to get your power back. We're looking at Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, but also we're looking at Mercury going retrograde. And today it messed with my head. It did. All right, now I got to find it. Where are you? There. I think this is it. Okay. There it is. Hooray. Is it October already? What the heck? What? All right, now I have to put me in front of it so I can get ahead of it. That's all we ever are trying to do, isn't it? Just get ahead of stuff. Okay, so we're going to be talking about this today. But first, come say hello. And if you're new to me and you don't know that I say that the planets don't do anything to you. No. We live in a cooperation with the cosmos so that when the planets make a move, you feel it. When you make a move, it's reflected by way of aspects and angles in astrology. So basically, astrology tells you what time it is. So what time is it? Well, other than being now, I'll tell you what time it is. It's time to get your power. All right, let's just look at this. I want to show you this because it's important. Importante. Let me just check in. Oh, hi, Teresa. Hey, Dawn, Alyssa. Hello. Spread the word if you know someone who might enjoy what I'm talking about and my topics. Please like, subscribe, comment, social media, hashtags, YouTube, bell, ding, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Saturn represents your responsibility because the planets are not doing it to you. Your responsibility, how you attend to your responsibility. In astrology, Saturn is one of the two karmic planets. The other is Neptune, over there somewhere, down here somewhere. We'll get to that on another day. So Saturn in Capricorn is a natural placement because Saturn guides Capricorn. And then there's Pluto. Oh, well, this is also teeth, skin, bones, structure, joints, knees, your basic skeletal system, how you organize your systems, how you organize your day, your life, your patterns, and then how your body reacts to those choices. And then there's Pluto, what I like to call TNT for the psyche. Because it's all about your power. Do I have the power or did I give it away to you? Do I feel empowered or am I feeling disempowered by you? It's all about your perception and your choice. So you can turn on the news, Hawaii, and hasn't changed in over 2,000 years. And you can say, look at those clowns. Look at that choice, that person, that thing, that whatever, that policy, that politician, the electric rates in my town, the blah, blah. Whatever you're looking at that you want to throttle at this point because we're reaching we're reaching that limit, aren't we? Even if you're the most happiest go luckiest person. Holly go lucky? I don't know. Right now she's looking at smashing windows. You know? So, what I want you to focus on is, what is that thing? What is that thing that you keep coming back to that you feel is not resolved? I'm sure you can find something, right? Okay. So Pluto is also about your core inner power. It relates to it's your subconscious, non-conscious self, the parts of you that are in tune with your inner self. When I talk about the higher self, I'm not saying that it's out there. Your higher self is not, like in our language, we would say lower is down here and higher is up there. No. Your higher self is in here. It's your awareness. It is your oneness to all things. It is your relationship to all things. Whether you choose to listen to it or not is a choice and up to you. Pluto is that part of you that says, on the downside, on the lower side could be out here or it could be over here. Doesn't necessarily mean down. It's that part of you that says, I'm a victim. I have to manipulate or be manipulated. It's the third dimensional reality on that level. On the higher side, Pluto is, wait a minute, I am connected to a spark that I can breathe in this body and ignite and make a choice that empowers me, but does not cause harm. Do you see the difference? Right? Okay. There is a difference. There's a difference. I'm just looking at all my jump drives. I have Iron Man is one of my jump drives. And on it are all the Avenger movies. And Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy. Because they empower me. Because I know deep down I have the power to transmute like they do. So Pluto represents what's the adversary? What's the point of power that you can't seem to grasp or handle, or it's too much? People say, well, I focus all the time on making something happen. Why isn't it happening? Well, literally, honestly speaking, it's because some part of you is just not ready for it to happen or wants it to happen. So maybe it's, I want it to happen, but just not right now. But if all your thoughts are constantly focus on it and it's not happening, you got to back up. Just relax. Just chill. Do something else that gives you joy, because the point of power in your body is your will, and your will is twofold. It's self-gratification, but it's also your ability to know when to know. I know something is true. No, I don't want to know right now, because if I knew that means I'd have to make a change, and I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so right, this is the Gollum conversation you're having in your head. So it's just like, relax, go do something that gives you joy, makes you happy. Anything, crossword puzzles, read a book, plant a garden, clean something, build something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, then we have Jupiter. That's expanding. Whatever you put your mind on. Again, they're not doing it to you. So we have expansion. Then we have the point of power. I want to expand on something I know. Something I feel in authority about. That's Saturn. I'm the authority in this field or on this topic. But I don't have to force fit it into a thing. I don't have to force my opinions on someone. I don't have to make somebody believe. You can't change people's opinions or their beliefs. You cannot change a person's beliefs. All you can do is be the best you possible. And if it gets their attention and they say, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. How did you do that? I'm kind of curious. Then that's how we help each other. So what I'm talking about really is, let me just check in. Hey, Casey's here, and Rhonda. Okay, so I want you to imagine that this trio right here, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, in the sign of Capricorn represent your team of elders. And you sit down, you open up the briefcase, you like, oh, here's the books, here's all the data, all the research, and it's time for a team meeting. Team leaders come in and sit you down and say, okay, where are we? Anybody? Ferris Bueller. Anybody? How are you feeling right about now? What is it that you think is not working? How would you like to change that? Maybe you don't know how. Well, we're here to guide you. Can't tell you how. We're just going to guide you. And so if you're struggling with what you want to be doing and how you want to be doing it, then maybe you just need to back up, reassess, and proceed in a different way. First is to determine, where do you feel like you've lost your power? Some people get so confused all the time about so many things all at once that they don't know. It's like you have to sift through, like you're up to here with laundry and you can't find the sock and you're just going through it and it's stuck to some bottom of something or inside a sheet and you're like, I don't know, I can't right now. So that's a powerless feeling, right? So when you feel powerless, what can you do to just stop the spin? Some people, that's where they have to go. Other people are ready. It's like they're all dressed. They've got their, they've strapped it on, ready to turn on the ignition, ready to go. But other people just like can't even get clear on where to go or why. So yeah, you've heard people say, oh, you need to know your why. Okay, why is very important. The how comes to you once you know your why and when you can get out of your own way. So we got the how, the why, and the way. Who's on first? I don't know. Okay. So we have to clear the way to your purpose because this trio represents your purpose. And so some people get excited and they go, this is the time I have now. I'm going to take an online course and I'm going to get certified in fill in the blank. Or now I'm looking for a new job. Or now I've finally retired. Yay. And I have the cash and we just paid off all the bills and we're good to go. So what do we do now? So everyone's going to be in a different place. It doesn't matter where you are, except that you know that you're here in the moment. That's all you need to know. Does that make sense? I have so much on my screen. I'm trying to, and my computer was freaking out this morning. Freaking out. I had to restart it twice. I'm like, please be nice. And then I had to be nice to my mouse. I was like, come on, you can do it. I changed the battery twice. Okay. We have to roll with it. That's what we're doing. We're rolling with it. So once you know where you are in the scheme and you don't get bogged down by the details outside of you, this is where we bring in Mercury. Mercury represents communication, inner communication, your synapses, how you form thoughts based on feelings and experiences and your environment. It is proven. It is clinically proven. Your environment changes your reality. So if you are in an environment that is emotionally stressful, you got to do something, right? So, okay, so you've got 2 kids, a husband or a wife or a partner, or you're single with 2 kids, and you're like, oh, I can't. They're home from school, and what do I do now? I got one teenager here, and I got a 6-year-old there, and everybody's doing something different. And I have to be the orchestrator. I have to be the team leader for them. And I'm losing my mind because there's no time for me. There's no space for me. Some people are in that situation. Other people are in situations where I haven't had human contact in 4 months. And I think I'm going in circles and I'm loony. So wherever you are, I want you to just pause for just a moment. And a moment can last a week, a month, a lifetime. It's not 60 seconds. That's a minute. I'm talking moments. So you pause in the moment and you say, what is the one thing I need in this moment right now? Yesterday, Dean and I work a lot. We work a lot. Did I tell you that we work a lot? Anyway, and I thought yesterday, it's like, no. And I am a Capricorn rising. And I got Saturn in Capricorn. So I was like, no. I'm going to bake and cook, and I did for 3 hours. I'm going to clean up the backyard, and I did. And then I looked at one big space we have in the backyard, and I said, for years we've been talking about doing something with that space. It was going to be like a craft shed. It was going to be a sleepover thing for our kid when they were little, a bungalow, a place to put my mom before she passed away. Nothing happened. It's just a space of rocks. That's all it is. And I had this surge go through me yesterday, and it felt like, I'm so excited. And I took my husband by the hand away from his desk, and I went, come here, I got to show you this. See the space we've been talking about for years? Let's do it. And he's like, I'm on board. What do you want? Like a mini cottage? Like I could work in there. We can find an electrician, hook it up. We don't need water or a toilet. It's right next door to the backyard. I'm so excited. So we spent an hour like little kids looking online for prefab cottage houses, playhouses, bunkhouses, clubhouses. Some of them are really small. You have to be 6 years old to get in. So Dean's like, look, I found one. It's amazing. And it's like, honey, perspective. If we're 4 feet tall or a hobbit, okay, but we're not. So we're going to keep looking. But I got so excited about the potential of building something in a space to have, because we're not traveling. Well, I am going to Portland to see my kid, but we're not doing adventure traveling like we were planning. We're just not. And so I thought, well, let's just create something fun and exciting here. Now, I'm not saying you need any money to do anything to create joy. You could look around your environment and say, I think I want to rearrange the living room. Why not? I need some fresh energy. I need to move some vibe. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have to move some of the stuff on my screen, and my mouse is not. Scream. Did I say scream? Oh, was that a subconscious? Yeah, my mouse. Brittany, hi. So here we are looking at, wait a minute. I had to move my screen again. Now we're looking at Mercury, and the conversation is, I'm going to move my chair. In fact, let me take the screenshot and move that over. Okay. All right. So this is what we're looking at in the heavens right now. And if you are any version of a cardinal sign, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, cardinal energy, you're going to most likely feel this the most, but it could be any one of your signs, sun, rising, or moon. Or if you have Saturn in Capricorn, or if you have Mercury in Scorpio. Do you understand? So basically everyone's affected because we could, distill it down to, oh, you've got this on your Mars and blah, blah. Yeah, you're going to feel it. And it's not the configuration of the planets that are making you, forcing you, enacting any kind of anything in your life. This is telling me what you're going through. I'm seeing your timing. Now, this is a general chart, right? So everyone's going to feel something different because everyone is different. But ultimately what I'm looking at is when you sit down with your team leaders and you say, okay, am I part of this team? Because I don't feel like a leader. I don't feel like I affect any change. I feel like I'm waiting, or I'm burdened, or I'm suffering, or I'm burnt out on too many responsibilities. And so that's where you have to take that moment and recognize the fact that you have power, that you've always had power. Dorothy, you have shoes. Click them, your heels, 3 times. I want everybody to go find their favorite pair of shoes. Could be scuffy slippers, old sandals, dirty socks. Put them on and click your heels 3 times because you have the power to make this change. And it's not a hard thing. It's just being more present in the moment. Rikara says starting from the beginning. Does that mean your life or this program? I'm not sure. Rikara, Casey, Teresa, Alyssa, Brittany, Rhonda, everybody listening, whether you're commenting or not, I know that you have one thing in your life and you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this anymore. But I'm just going to like float right now. Just going to like, I don't know. Let's just see what happens, what comes up. So that's okay too if you need to take a break. It's all good. It's just, there's no good or bad, really. I don't want to use those terms because they create polarities and people think, well, is it good? Is this bad? You know, and some people will say to me, if I meet them, and they'll say, oh, you give readings. So if you did, I don't want to hear anything bad. I'm like, what's bad? Everybody has a different definition of bad. So let's not think in terms of good and bad. Let's think in terms of powerlessness. Yeah, why go small? Let's go big. Let's go big. Or go home. And I'm not ready to go home, are you? Mm-mm. So where are you with this is what the team is asking you, where are with your behaviors, your patterns, the recent outcomes that you've had based on your behaviors and patterns, and where do you feel like you've lost your power? Is it, you'll see evidence in the world of what gets your attention the most. And it can be wealth, health, passion, purpose. It can be, with my relationship, with my brother, or my career, my profession. It's really, I love my job, but it's really not what I want to do. I have a client who used to be a performer and then chucked it and went, no, gotta go. Too much of everything. No, done, been there. Mm-mm. And then for 8 years did not play a single note or sing a single song and went in a completely different direction. And now I got a photograph because I said to them, that wasn't a photograph, it was a video. And I said to them, if you ever start playing again, will you please do me the honor, please, of sending me a video of your first song? And they bought a piano. And I get a video of their little cheeky monkey face sneaking in and smiling. And then they played Schumann. And I was like, oh my God, you're back. You're back. What happened? And then they said, well, yeah, I think it's time. Right? I think it's time. Why? Because it makes me feel good. Why? But it also brings up the stuff of why I stopped in the first place. And I said, okay, so go deal with the stuff. When you deal with the stuff, then you can play forever. And I mean that to you too. Play, Play, play. What makes you have fun? What do you look at in your life and say, yeah, I really want to do this thing? It's all right. I'll just keep editing that same poem over and over again. I just got to build a website first. Yeah, that's going to take some time. I might as well just go, finish folding the laundry, looking for that lost sock. It's going to take whatever time it takes because that's your determination. That's what you think has to happen and on your timing. So it's not that it isn't happening. It's that you're not ready and you're not allowing for it to happen. And now I can hear people listening to this now or in a replay having so many objections to that, saying, no, I gave it my all and it was their fault, or that happened and then this happened. Well, stuff happens, right? And it can derail you. Absolutely. Absolutely. But once you're done it's like taking a sabbatical. Once you're done with a sabbatical, here comes Mercury in Scorpio, and it's opposing Uranus in Taurus. Retrograde. It's going to take time. Retrograde. Got to think about it. Retrograde. Not certain exactly how yet. So that's okay. So you pace it and you see what you want to be doing, but ask yourself, where do I feel the most power in my moments? Not in my day. Like I just played a song from, way back when. Oh my gosh, it made me feel so excited because it made me think of this, this, and this, and how creative I was, or how empowered I was, or how much I loved my job, or how much I used to travel, or, how romantic we used to be, or whatever it is. Just relive that moment and fuel it, because that's power. And that moment of remembrance ignites something in you. And you may say, oh, the flame's got to die. Yeah, because now I have to go do that thing over there. So between that moment of exhilaration and that moment of, oh, I got to go do that thing, you made a choice and something fell and it went into stasis. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in as many moments as possible, if you can maintain that feeling of exhilaration, of joy, of happy, you will find so many things that can fuel your power instead of disable you. Does that make sense? Casey doesn't want to do anything. So she's not going to, and that's okay. Go there. And yes, I love Mercury in retrograde too, because we are always going to be redirected in Mercury in retrograde. Let me just talk about that for a few minutes. So let me just check in. Teresa says, OMG, I'm a Scorpio with a Taurus rising. Am I in trouble here? I don't know. Do you think you're in trouble? Again, what's the question related to? A power outside yourself having an answer for you that only you can answer? Tisk, tisk. You're not in trouble. Unless you think you are. Oh, I dropped it. Let's see. Maybe I was shown. Nothing. I was shown nothing. I had a client say that to me once. I did everything you said and nothing happened. And I said, okay, let's look at your pattern and behavior. What is it that you do all the time? And she said, everything. I do everything. My husband's out of work. I do it all. I take care of the kids. I do this thing. I have my own business. I do everything. And I said, when's the last time you ever felt nothing? And she had to think about it. And she said, I don't think I ever did. I said, and where did that moment of nothing take you? She said, to a place of rage. And I said, okay, so why? And it took a while to extract this from her, but then she realized what a control person. Control. So we found her disempowerment. So she did what I said, and she got there in a hurry. She didn't like it. Because the realization was she was the cause of all the trouble in her own world. And aren't we all? Now things happen and we get sad, car accidents or illnesses or devastating loss. I'm not making light of that at all. Things happen. And you just need to be where you are and feel it. And then slowly create that bridge with one moment that says, I can laugh a little bit, or I can just exhale now, or I can just do one thing I want. I just want to do one thing I want to do. And that one thing makes you feel a little bit better, and you come back to a place of, oh, okay, I could do the next thing. I want to do that thing over there. Then you do that thing over there. And then it takes you to the next place. So sometimes it's momentary, like Pink Floyd said, momentary lapse of reason. We have them. And then in them, damn, I remember when I thought it's time for me to stop smoking cigarettes. This was, let me think, 27 years ago, 28, something like that. And I thought, okay, I know it's coming. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do it. But I delayed it and I delayed it and I delayed it. And I thought, well, why are you delaying it? And it's because I knew what was coming next. Then I would grow. As soon as I stopped, I knew I would grow. I would clean out my body. I would get pregnant. I would expand my business. I would become a clearer channel. And it felt like such a heavy thing. All those things at once felt so heavy. So I thought, well, I'll just stay here. stay here right now in a place of drift. I'm going to stay in the drift. The kaiju. So Vicky says, what about us with natal Mercury in retrograde? I think Mercury will be transiting in my first house. If you were born, okay, so Mercury goes retrograde on October 13th. We're in the pre-phase called the shadow phase. And Mercury alone in Scorpio represents not discovering, uncovering, digging up the dirt, finding the thing behind the thing. I see you. I see you. And you don't see you. And so that understanding, that awareness of what can happen in a Mercury in Scorpio is looking in the mirror and saying, I just caught a glimpse. I caught a glimpse of that power. Why are you hiding? Come on out and play with me. And, or that, I see that. I see. You feel guilty. What are you going to do about it? Come on, let's talk about it. Come on, let's go work it out. So there's stuff that you're going to see when you look in the mirror, and that's where I want you to go. It's not about looking at them and saying, oh, I see. Yeah, I got their number. It's not so much about that, because then that perpetuates the victim-perpetrator energy. That you feel higher, better, more because someone else is lower. That's not who you are. You've felt that. We've all felt that. Let's be honest. But that's not who you are. That's not where you want to go. That's not what this is about, this empowerment phase. And so let me get back to Teresa is talking about full surprises. Yes. But the natal Mercury, when you were born, and I know a lot of people born in a Mercury in retrograde, that's a time of empowerment for you because you see things clearly. A person born with, I want to get rid of this screenshot. A person born, this is my backyard, by the way. Isn't that cool? Isn't that beautiful? This is right around the corner for me. A person born with a Mercury in retrograde in whatever sign, in whatever house. Mercury in retrograde is someone who thinks differently. That's all. It's not good or bad. Their timing is a lot different. The older you get, the closer you get to your dreams. People born in a Mercury in retrograde don't jump out of the gate and go, yeah, I'm going to take that course, get that degree, and become this person, and then I'm done when I'm 50. They actually start later in life. They have a lot of experience. They think differently. They see differently. And then they're really great at research and finding the thing behind the thing. It's like, I know just off the top of my head, 3 people with Mercury in retrograde. And let's see, one is in their late 20s, one's in their 40s, and one's in their 30s. Mid-30s. And each one of them has found something new about their behavior, about their wants, likes, and dislikes during a Mercury in retrograde, and they know what they don't want. And it can get confusing when Mercury is not retrograde, but Mercury goes retrograde 4 times a year. So within a 6-week period. So during that phase, it equals out. People born in retrograde versus people not born in Mercury in retrograde, with the Mercury in retrograde. So you get clarity if you were born in a Mercury in retrograde. You have more clarity on what you don't want. Does that answer your question? Retrogrades are full of surprises, and we're in so many retrogrades right now. It's not just Mercury, but Mercury is the one that I'm looking at because of let me just pop that back up again. Okay. So today, October 5th, 2020, Mercury is in Scorpio. It's not retrograde yet, but we're in the pre-phase, the shadow phase. And as it opposes Uranus, what it's in Taurus is what it's saying is there's going to be a shock to your belief system, to, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just discovered something in my computer. That was me. And I'm a Taurus. Okay. And I just discovered how to find my photos. in my computer. Uranus represents astrology. It represents technology, space, science, and higher technology, as in devices and gadgets that can make our lives easier. But also, it's all to do with freedom. So what can free up your time? When planets are retrograde, especially Uranus and Taurus for the next little bit, what we're discovering is, depending on where this is in your chart, wherever Taurus is in your chart, around 9 degrees, within 8 degrees either side. So you look at, let's start at 5 degrees to 14 degrees, okay, of Taurus. Wherever that is, there's something that you're about to discover about yourself. Or about the technology and yourself. And so I am looking at using different applications to make my life easier online. Because where I might be okay with some tech stuff, other things it's like, what? I don't even get what I'm supposed to do. So do you understand? So with Scorpio opposing Taurus, Uranus, and Mercury, things will be discovered in science. Suddenly, in technology, suddenly it's like, is that real? Remember a few shows ago, I talked about, if I do have the photos, let me see if I could, U.S. Air Force, Japan. There's so many places right now. Let me just see if this shows up. Okay. That is the new flying helicopter. It's kind of ugly, but that's the Army's new flying, and Air Force's new flying device. Let's see. Wait a minute. So hang on. I'm Toyota. Here we go. Let me just see. La, 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 la. Thanks for being patient. Okay. And then Japan's new flying car. It's Toyota. Okay, so we're going to see new technological things pop up where we're like, is that real? Is there really a black hole in the center of the Earth? What has NASA kept from us? What is science and technology doing that we're not aware of? What about nanotechnology? What about new medicines that don't cause harm? Sometimes the medicine for the ailment causes more harm than the ailment itself. That is a medical fact. So all these things are popping up right now. But in your own personal life, if you know where 8 degrees, like 4 to 12 degrees of Scorpio is, this is where you're going to have more of a self-discovery. Does that make sense? Yeah. So with your team players here, your team leaders, wait a minute. There we go. This is like in the air. I'm doing virtual reality pointing. Where? Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, it's time to dye my roots. Virtual reality pointing. Oh, virtual reality. Oh my gosh. You know what? Okay. Avatar is one of our favorite movies, of course. And we had the great pleasure of last year, before all the craziness started, we actually, Dean and I, my husband and I, went to Disney World, and we went to the Avatar Pavilion, and we got to ride on a motorcycle. It's like the Banshee ride in Avatar. We got off the ride, we went right back in line. Got off the ride, we went right back in line. You fly in this thing, in the movie, over water. It's the virtual reality technology now is so much more advanced that it can help you, and remember, I've said this before, it can help you because your brain doesn't know the difference between, this is scientific fact, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real or what's imagined. So the more you think something, Mercury and Scorpio, thinking something, the more you think something is, and it's a downer of a thought. It's a negative, constricting, confining thought, limiting thought, limitations. Saturn. Nope, it's got to go this way. Saturn. All right. The more you think something limiting, the more you create a vibration that you expand on, and then you attract more limitation. So now what I want you to do is to find the thing that gives you the joy, the thing that gives you okay, I have to do this because it makes it lighter. I don't know why. I'm so tech savvy. The more that you think something in the moment that helps you to feel happy, joyful, carefree, powerful, is the moment that you can say, yes, I want more of that. So you keep that feeling alive in as many moments as possible. It makes you buoyant, helps you to really sift through the cockadoodles in your brain. That's never going to happen. It's not enough. Those people, they're going to kill us. Everything's so bad. Everything's, doom and gloom locusts. There are gravitational physical realities in this world that we must abide. If you jump, you will come down. But if you jump laughing and giggling and come down, you might jump up again. Just for the heck of it. You understand? So, yeah, there are certain things that you may feel like you're not in control of. But does that mean you don't have the ability to usher your own body, mind, spirit connection, make that alignment, ignite that inner power, that divine self that you are? Your higher self is on the inside. It's just waiting to be heard. Go listen. That's your team. Your higher self, me, myself, and I. My body, mind, spirit. That's your trinity. I'm going to pull a card. Does this make sense? Teresa says, I hope I'm not in trouble, but this retrograde has been full of surprises, right? Very beautiful view. Yay. Sasha, hi. Caught you live. Hi there. So I'm going to pull from the universal deck of conscious creation. Let's see what you're manifesting right now, or let's see what you could be doing. Anybody ever shake their finger at you? I think I've only ever seen that in a movie. No one has ever shaken a finger at me, except my husband now, I'm sure, will just be doing this in the doorway. He's doing it right now. Stop it. The light. I am the light. My dog is tippy-tapping, wants a snack. Gonna have to wait. All right. Thank you, universe. Thank you, team leaders. Thank you, conscious councils of light. Inner self, higher self, power. Whoopsie. All right. Little guidance here. Little guidance. I've got my cards. Let's pull the cards. I'll be back on Thursday, the 8th. And we're going to be talking more about how to empower yourself during a Mercury in retrograde, whether or not you were born with a Mercury in retrograde. And then the following week, I'm out of town. I'm going to see if I can get a clear signal to actually broadcast from Portland. Maybe not. We'll see how things are going, how the weather is, how the emotional weather is. How is everyone doing today? What are you ready to empower yourself with today? Oh, okay. Yeah, this makes so much sense. Allowing. Are you allowing? Are you ready? Are you ready to allow that thing to come to you? Where am I? Are you ready to allow the thing that you want to come to you? Because without that, it doesn't come. It's always out of reach, always out of grasp. Go do something that makes you happy, makes you smile, gives you a peace of mind. This one fell. Okay. All right, let's talk about this for a minute. Vibration. Oh, it's green screen, so it may look kind of funky. Vibration. Your vibration is what makes matter. What's the matter? You. You're the matter. And you make the matter. So what do you want to do with that vibration? What could you do with that vibration? How does it feel to feel good? How does it feel to feel crappy? How does it feel to do whatever you're doing in the moment you're doing it? Because the vibe that you're outputting is the one that you output the most. That's the one that creates what goes on in your world. I know that's hard to believe for some people because they believe in a causal thing. Like, I do that, but yet there's something bigger outside me that makes something else happen. No. If you could believe for just a moment, you decide how long that moment lasts, but if you could believe for just a moment that you had the power to move your energy through your body, not to affect any kind of change in the world, we're just talking about you feeling good inside your body, mind, spirit connection, to make the connection by becoming aware of the connection. So your team leaders, let's look at this. Here's your body is Saturn, your mind is Pluto, and your spirit is Jupiter. Let's just say that. Those are your peeps right now. And they come calling and they say, let's sit down. Do you know what we feel like? Because each one feels different. Do you know what we sound like? Do you know what it means to be connected to that? Body, mind, spirit. So your body has a need, and if you are ignoring your needs, you're not connected. You're in that place of disallowing. Your vibration is going to be zapped, like Uranus opposing Mercury. It's going to look like zzz. You know, like you have to go to the bathroom, but you just want to finish stirring the soup because what would it be like if you stopped stirring the soup, you lowered the flame, and you went to the bathroom? Or you turned off the gas so you don't have to worry about it. And that is going to show you how much you resist allowing. That's the biggest issue that I've talked about in different ways. The biggest issue. It isn't that it doesn't happen or it can't happen to you. Like Christmas just doesn't work out for me. Polar Express. That's a belief that's a belief. If you choose that belief, then that's what you choose. There's no judgment on it. But if you keep trying to get something done or accomplished or a feeling, just a feel, just like tune in. I want to see you tune in to the body, mind, spirit connection. What does it feel to be in your mind? Well, I think most of us know what that's like because that's where most of us spend our time. Then there's the body part. Oh, wait, let me just, you know what? I ignored this. It's been aching for 3 days. I should probably do something or not do something. Pay attention. And then the spirit part is there, ever present, effervescent, all the time. What does that feel like? It feels like it's free floating. It feels like it feels like that. Like a cloud just moving over the mountain. And it's silent. And it whispers. You know, your spirit is a lot quieter than your head that's screaming all these things all the time. Directives, do this, don't do that. How dare they? I don't wanna. I did it already. Damn it. Now I gotta go there. You know, it's like, hey, these shoes, they fit me 3 weeks ago. How come they don't fit me now? Am I swollen? Like, what is that? So your thoughts, get a grip, or you will feel zapped by something outside yourself. That gets your attention. We don't want that. Not in a negative way, right? You just want to be as present as possible in as many moments as possible and up your frequency. So if you get upset with somebody, you could just say, up yours, pal. But think about upping your frequency like you want them to up their frequency. That's all. Just up your frequency. Up your vibe. And it feels a whole lot better. Does that make sense? Hey, Judy's here. Sasha says time to connect with mind, body, spirit. Been a while. Yeah, right? And okay. So here's a point. Thank you for bringing this up, Sasha. If it's been a while since you've connected with body, mind, spirit alignment, if there's been a while, in that while, what have you experienced? Has it been a roller coaster? Has it been feeling out of control, out of breath, out of your mind, in stasis, nothing's happening, frustrated, angst? When the body, mind, spirit is connected, you're on point, and then the world's open for you. Judy says, I've got to start fall cleaning to get ready for winter, but I do love to stay busy all the time. I always felt lazy if I don't stay on the go all the time. Yeah. I remember when I became a freelance artist a long, long time ago, and I had my own hours to keep instead of 2 jobs that I was working. And I would stop in the middle of the day and go, what should I do now? I finished my job for the client. What do I do now? What's harder? A blank canvas or paint by numbers? Creation is a responsibility that ought not feel like a struggle, but it can be a little much at times. So getting over that lazy feeling is actually allowing yourself to be 5 minutes, an hour. Do nothing. Do nothing. Just be as present as possible for 1 minute. Present as possible, doing nothing. 2 minutes. Then go to 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And then suddenly, oh, wow, I just realized all the thoughts that flood your mind. I realized I forgot to do this other thing. And then, I just want to feel present. That's the gift, right? Sasha says it was chaos and I felt I was watching life happen outside of me. Right. That's a non-participating time frame. And when you're not in participation, then that's when the victim's voice gets loud. Hey, by not choosing, you have already chosen. By not choosing to act, say, do, you've already chosen. So getting in touch with that vibration that is you ultimately, you can do anything. And, we've all come here to contribute something, our own special, unique something. And then you can go do that, be that, vibrate that. When you vibe that, that's when you create streams of opportunity that come right back to you. It's importante. All right, folks, that's it for today. I'm off to get some stuff off my list done. And I have many things. So what I decided to do was, which one feels the most exciting? I'm just going to pick one. And I picked it. And I was like, yeah, now I'm ready. I'm psyched. I'm going to go do it. And so off I go, and I'll be back on Thursday. We're going to talk more about the Mercury in retrograde, the do's and don'ts, the what ifs and what nots, and what you can do to really empower yourself as this time progresses. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you, hang on, this again. You see this? No. Why is it like that? I have to snap my finger. You see? I snapped my finger and it got done. That's magic. This trio right here, you will never see again in your lifetime. At these degrees. The gift of opportunity is here. Yes. All right. That's the end of that story. Because I could keep going and I can't. I got to leave. I got to go. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being, as always, I wish you peace. Please come back, share, like, comment. If you're watching this in a YouTube replay, one day I will be streaming live to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. It's a dream come true. Uranus and Taurus retrograde is going to show me the way. And so then if you are watching this in a replay, please subscribe, click a little bell. And there it is. As always, I wish you peace and I will see you again. Be well.